Hi friends, welcome to SQL Master YouTube channel. Good morning. So this is Manju here and I welcome you all for my YouTube channel here. So today in this video I am going to discuss with you some unique and interview questions here. Interview questions regarding SQL Oracle and ETL testing and also some project oriented questions here. So be with the end of the video. So you will get very informational knowledge here and if you are not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to SQL Master YouTube channels to get more videos like this. So that will be more happiness for me to make more videos on these chapters. Okay. So let us start the questions and answers here. These are very useful questions and answers. So you can go through these. I think that these questions and answers will be very helpful for you people to attempt the interviews. So let's get started. So these are the questions and answers here. So first question is, what is test effective matrix? Okay, so actually the test effective matrix is the objective of this metric is to know the efficiency of test cases that are executed by team of testers during every testing phase. It helps in determining the quality of the test cases. Test case effectiveness is equal to number of defects detected divided by number of test cases run into 100. So this is what the test effective matrix. If interview asks this question, you have to tell this answer. So what is defect reject matrix then? So rejected defect ratio is equal to number of test plus staging rejected defects divided by total number of test plus staging defects into 100. So it's a matrix that measures the status of faulty defects that a test engineer has opened. This metric will be able to use to measure defect efficiency. Okay, so basically it is used for to measure the efficiency of defect. So what is test productivity matrix then? Productivity for test case preparation, that is productivity is equal to actual number of test cases divided by actual effort expended in test case preparation. That is productivity is equal to actual number of test cases and actual effort expended in testing. So fourth one is, what all different kinds of metrics in testing? Process metrics, that is it can be used to improve the process efficiency of SDLC, that is software development life cycle. Product metrics, it is deals with the quality of software product. Project metrics, it can be used to measure the efficiency of a project team or any testing tools being used by the team members. Then depending on the project or business model, some of the important metrics are test case execution productivity matrix, test case preparation productivity matrix, defect matrix, defect by priority, defects by severity, defect slippage ratio. So this is what diagram we can represent here. Analysis, so then communication, then evaluation, then it goes to report. So each one of them we can see here. So in analysis, identification of matrix, define the identified QA matrix. So next, communicate, explain the need of matrix to stakeholder and testing team, educate testing team about data points to be need to be captured for processing the metric. Then evaluation, capture and verify the data, calculating the matrix value using data captured. So report, develop the report with an effective conclusion. So distribute the report to the stakeholder and respective representative. Take feedback from stakeholder. Then coming to explain the different layers involved in ETL, detail out the activities across each layer. So in project has 5 layers like source layer, landing layer, staging layer, data warehouse layer and data mart layer. So in source layer, we are extract different types of data like PDF, Excel, CSV, text to source layer. And landing layer, here all extracted data gather, if condition met, then move to root folder of the landing layer, otherwise resend back to the respective folders with email triggering system. So then staging layer, what actually the staging layer is here. After landing layer, data move to the staging layer where data cleansing will happen, like removing unwanted data, repeating data, maintaining data quality as per business logics or rules. So data warehouse layer, then here the high level validations takes place. Metadata validations like column entity check, data types check, data size check, and null constraints check, and then record count validations both in source and target tables, and null value check in target tables, and duplicate value check in target table, and using minus query to ensure that complete data from source to target is loaded successfully or not. So then comes SCD types validations for initial and incremental load. Then data move to the data mart as data is subject oriented. So these are the 5 layers here. So what validations are performed as a part of ETL testing? Product validation testing, source to target data testing, metadata testing, performance testing, data transformation testing, data quality testing, data integration testing, report testing, application migration testing, duplicate data check, source to target count testing, data and constraint check. So next question, what do you mean by increment load and why it is required? So when data comes to the data warehouse for second time and onwards, that's called as incremental load. So the ETL incremental loading technique is a fractional loading method. So it reduces the amount of data you add or change, and that may need to be rectified in the event of any irregularity. Because less data is reviewed, it also takes less time to validate the data and review changes. So then difference between ETL and database testing. So ETL is tool which helps to extract multiple format data that can be integrated and converting to one common format, then load the data in data warehouse by applying business rules or logics. Example, Informatica Power Center is an ETL tool. So then what is database testing? So this is happening really in time, real time transactions, like in some marts. Okay, so in somewhere it is in airplane stations, in medical sections. So that is related to OLTP, online transaction processing. So means after transactions there is need to test the tables, index, views and stored procedure in database. So this is what called as database testing. So what types of applications and tools are used in ETL? So that is Informatica as ETL tool, Oracle as database or data warehouse, SQL is for writing and validating the data queries, Toad is to access the data, Jira or HPALM for as management tool. So what is MSTR reports? So MicroStrategy offers data mining features like report designers to business users and analysts. It allows you to build predictive analytics reports and distribute them to any device. So this is what called as MSTR reports. What is alternate of minus query? In SQL, minus is also called as except. So the minus operator finds the difference between two tables or subqueries and returns results from only first select statement, and vice versa also. So how to implement if else logic in SQL? Using decode function, that is we can implement if then if else logic. So because it uses if then else logic decode function. So syntax is here, select decode of column name or expression, search value, desired format and default value. So how to find duplicates in table? So by using group by clause, that is select id, count of id from table name, group by id having count of id is greater than 1. So how to delete duplicate rows from table? So delete from table name where row ID not in subquery, that is select minimum of row ID from table name group by unique column name descending order semicolon. So this is what the syntax for deleting the duplicate values records. So what are the different database objects here? So tables, views, indexes, schema, these are the different types of database objects. So why there is a need of views? What are materialized views? Can we update views? So views are virtual logical tables used for to provide security to data. So in views only data can be viewed and unable to access the data. So if in physical table the data is updated immediately, view data is also get updated, but in materialized view dynamic refresh is required. So then next question is, what is negative testing, why it is needed? So in manual testing we need negative data testing to ensure that if we test in negative way, that's not executing successfully. For example, login password, if we give wrong password, that must not be logged in successfully, must give a login error. So difference between risk and issue. So the key difference is an issue already has occurred and a risk is potential issue that may or may not be happen and can impact the project positively or negatively. So this is what the difference between risk and issue. So what different documents are created using testing phase? So test scenarios, test case, test plan, requirement traceability matrix, that is RTM document, test strategy, test data, bug report, test execution report. So these all documents we required in testing phase. So different between test plan and test strategy. Test plan is in what way and how if we write the test cases that suits best for completion of project without much issues. So this is what test plan. Test strategies, how much test cases are having efficiency that project has to be completed successfully without much any issues. So some mistake is here, without much any issues. Okay. So who all you interact with on a regular basis with respect to work? When developer confirms the build is deployed in an environment, then what will be your immediate steps? Team lead, scrum master, on-site coordinator, developer, client, these people are going to interact with us on daily basis regularly. When developer confirms the build deployed immediately, we start writing the test cases and execute the test cases. So before this we make all the necessary documents, what I told in previous questions in testing phase, what all the documents is necessary, we have to make it ready. Then after deploy confirm, then we start executing the test cases. So what are the entry and exit criteria for test phase, planning phase? The entry and exit criteria for the test are closely related to the purpose and expected results for the test. The entry criteria are the conditions that must be met before you can start the test. So exit criteria is after completion of the test case, execution or project, we may ensure that all necessary exit condition docs with proof to manage well to deliver the product. So these are some of the very important questions, friends. So what I discussed over here, and if you really like these questions and answers, kindly subscribe to SQL Master YouTube channel. So I will be going to provide you more and more interview question answers and some real time project details and ETL testing and SQL related queries also. So I hope you understood this properly, and I will be with you with some more videos related to Oracle SQL ETL testing. So till that, bye bye, have a nice day, take care, thank you.